area, and then
Alrighty. All right, Matt. I'm gonna open it up, so you just give me a countdown, and then I'll open it up and hand it off to Meredith.
Hey, could you hang on 1 second so we check the... Sorry.
All right, we got 20.
You got it. Yeah. All right, cool.
Coming down in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome back to Redner's Food for Thought. I'm Sean Tansky. I'm very excited. This is my first time being in the kitchen. I've board opted quite a many times, and I'm excited to finally meet Meredith McGrath. And I've already met Chef Tim, but he's a great guy as always. Meredith, thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited, and I'm super excited to see what you're making for us today.
Hi, Sean. We're very happy to have you. We have a cool show tonight. Chef Tim, are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Always ready.
Always ready.
You say that, and there was like a little bit of a rush before we went live, and we're fine because now it's all
good.
cool, calm, and collected. This is all the good stuff that happens. But we are the end of April.
How was your April?
It was good. It was rainy. It was cold. We have a lot of birthdays. There's a whole lot going on here in McGrath. You see, we still celebrate birthdays.
That.
There's
I
stuff
love
everywhere.
it when I
So
see that.
we had a lot of food, a lot of celebrations, and it just feels like it's back to back to back. So, of course, we never skip a holiday. So we have Cinco de Mayo coming up.
Coming right around the corner.
It's right around the corner. We actually have one birthday between now and then. Miss Finley's turning 8 on Friday.
Wow.
May 1st. She's a May 1st baby. And she does love to enjoy some tacos and Mexican food. So she's very excited that her birthday falls right around that time.
It's a good day.
Yeah. So how you been?
All is well.
Yeah?
No complaints.
What do you have new up your sleeves?
Not a whole lot other than, super busy with everything that's going on. We have a lot of great things happening at our cutting facility, which is always exciting. The central kitchen continues to roll on, and I think one of the biggest buzz things is our new app that we have.
The app has been a blast. So we have had thousands and thousands and thousands of people across multiple states download this app. And can you blame them? Because there have been weekly deals,
Yep.
free giveaways.
Yep.
There have been flash deals. Yesterday, if you did not know, was the 99-cent Sugardale bacon. I got it.
Yes.
So you get the email the night before, you get the text alert the morning of, you check your app, there it is, you click the coupon, you can go to your local Redner's Markets, or my favorite, which is place the order. So I always check the app early in the morning.
It's pretty slick.
I get my
Good
deals,
for you. I like that.
place my order, run down to Sinking Spring after picking up all the kids from school, and they bring the order out to my trunk.
There you go.
It's the best.
I do like the Redner's Ready there as well.
It's
But
so
that's
good.
a good idea, though. I like that. I didn't think of that.
Yes. So, I love the coupons. The other night, I'm literally laying in bed and I'm just scrolling because, like, I knew the grocery list of things that I needed, but I was like, well, let me see what else I think I need.
Yeah.
So I went through the coupons and I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and I was like, ooh, $5 off, $3 off, $2 off. I need that. I need that. So, yeah, so it's been really fun. We did have an Appiness tour.
You did?
So there was a bunch of us that went around to a lot of stores in other states that we don't always get to. So we were down in Maryland, we were out in Delaware. Of course, we were here, a bunch of our local stores, and just talking to people about our new app and some of the other sales and cool promotions we had going on.
Now, is that tour over, or do you have more scheduled?
It is over, but the app continues on.
Correct.
So for anybody who has not downloaded the app, we strongly encourage you to either go to the Apple iTunes Store or to go to the Google Play Store, download the app. Obviously, if you have any questions, go into your local Redner's Markets, check with guest services, and somebody there will be able to help you if you have trouble kind of connecting your accounts. So there you could still find like your Redner's Rewards points, you redeem for gas and all that jazz. You could order catering.
Oh,
I had a friend text me. I was at the office the other day, and a friend texted me and said, hey, we're having a party this weekend. Does Redner's sell sandwich platters? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we sell sandwich platters. I said, what else do you need? I said, you got to get the nuggets. And I said, then you got to get the veggie platter, and you got to get the fruit platter, because that all comes from the Central
100%.
Chop Shop
Yep,
now.
yep.
So they look beautiful. So they are actually in store ready for you just to pick up. So if it's this last minute, oh, I'm throwing a party or I wasn't prepared, the stuff is there for you. You can grab and go. So if you think ahead enough, yes, you could definitely order the catering. And if it's last minute, you could run out to the store and grab the stuff. So I have been known to grab the 2-foot subs that are always in the case.
Yep.
And then I bring them home, get out my little serrated knife, and I cut them into like 8 or 10 pieces.
Yeah.
So it's like you could make a sandwich
Perfect.
tray if you don't plan far enough in advance.
We have a nice event coming up on Sunday, and they have a selection of almost like one of each of the slider trays that we do. And those slider trays, they are so great.
I love them because people get to try multiple flavors.
Things, yep.
So I think some of our flavors are really good, like the turkey and the roast beef. This is not always part of that platter, but I'm obsessed with the chicken salad slider.
Oh, yeah. That's
It
great
is like
ones,
the
yep.
best lunch grab you can find.
Yep.
You could either get one or you can get two,
Sure.
and you just grab and go.
Yeah.
Which I think is super cool. So don't forget, the ad drops tomorrow. Today is Wednesday. Ad drops tomorrow, which is Thursday, and you get a 99-cent 5-pound bag of potatoes. So that is the deal of the week. So
Not bad.
5-pound bag of potatoes, 99 cents isn't bad. Just make sure that you download that
Actually, not
Redner's
bad.
mobile app.
It's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good, yes. So then you just have to find out what you're going to do with that 5-pound bag of potatoes.
Wow.
It's still cool enough where I'm making mashed
There's
potatoes.
all kinds of
Honestly,
stuff,
I am
yeah.
still making mashed potatoes and shepherd's pie and all that good stuff. But make sure you're flipping through the ad. There's some great deals in here. All the digital coupons, you'll see them here in the ad, and then just make sure you go in the mobile app and clip those coupons. One of the recipes that we're showcasing tonight, which is the Southwest Mango Pizza, is in the ad this week. You could also find it in the Redner's Health Sense magazine, which there's a new one coming out next month, which I'm super excited about because, we'll be grilling up all those recipes out on the patio pretty soon. So fun and exciting stuff.
It's always a fun time of year.
Yes.
As long as we don't get rained out, but I'm sure we will.
Not just rained out, like tsunami.
Oh, that's a tsunami.
We
Yeah,
got
that's true.
we
rained
got
out is an understatement.
we got closed down with a tsunami that time. I still, and I think about that was Slushy Fest, I think. Didn't we do Slushy
What was
Fest?
it, Tuckerton?
Yes.
Yeah.
We had this whole night planned. We were out in the parking lot having a blast, drinking slushies and all this good stuff, had all this food, and out of nowhere the sky went black and just crushed us. And we stood there and just tried to keep on going, and then we started to blow away.
And out back here, it happened a couple of times.
I think it was twice last year.
Yeah.
And it just found our exact day. But we are safe and cozy in the house tonight, and we're going to
There you
get
go.
started with a nice comfort meal, but still lends itself to the holiday. And this is Mexican lasagna. So the first two recipes that we're going to talk about today actually are on the Taco Bell Kraft Heinz website. So for those of you who don't feel overly skilled when it comes to the Mexican cuisine, or you simply just don't have time, I personally know that my kids love to splurge and always ask for Taco Bell, which now costs a fortune when you take 3 kids over to Taco Bell. So having some of these home kits is really great. They love the queso. So being able to get out some nachos and throw in some onions, peppers, some nice salsa, and letting them dip in the queso, that's fine. The taco shells, obviously the seasoning's so quick and easy, and there's still ways to add some health appeal to it.
Yep.
So when I saw this recipe for the Mexican lasagna, I was like, we absolutely have to give it a try. So started off first browning some ground beef, some nice lean ground beef, and it was very lean because I even drained it and didn't have a whole lot to drain. I have some onions and peppers here in the skillet along with it, so that is already brown there. Chef Tim, if you would like to add, I have the Taco Bell salsa there in the cup if you want to toss that into with the
Gotcha.
beef. And then we're going to add a little bit of the chili powder and cumin. Kind of just add it to flavor. It's usually about a couple teaspoons of each. I like it very seasoned, so you can be a little heavy-handed there, Chef. Oh, what? You want a stirring tool?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Is this all right?
I didn't give him anything, so he's working with not a whole lot back here at the stove. So he's adding in the salsa right now. There's also some corn here. I used frozen corn just because it was quick and easy. Fresh corn on the cob, though, is on its way. I think we're only a few days away from fresh from Florida corn on the cob. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then within the next few months, hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to have some great crop here locally that we can get some as well. So Chef Tim is adding in those seasonings. Again, that's chili powder and the cumin. And then if you would like to add in a little bit of this sauce, so this is the Taco Bell saucy Mexican style pizza. This is actually a little outside of the recipe, but it looked so good, and I thought it really lent itself to the Mexican lasagna, so he's putting a little bit of that sauce in. I do have a little bit more than 1 pound of ground beef, so I think it's going to add some moisture to this mixture. And all he's doing is just mixing it up. So as Chef Tim is preparing the mixture, I am over here getting the pan ready. I am using a round pan because that is all I have right now. I have it sprayed and ready to go with a little bit of olive oil. You're next going to layer it with tortilla of your choice. So if you want to use corn tortillas, you can. I'm using flour. These are my absolute favorite. These are the Mission Zero Net Carb tortillas. They're high in fiber. They're high in protein. Only 110 calories per serving. So these are something that we always have in our house, either to do wraps with or to do tacos. So I'm going to put a layer on the bottom for the bottom piece of our lasagna. And then once Chef gets the mixture ready, we are going to layer that to be the first layer. Oh, you all ready?
I'm ready.
So you can give me 1 layer here. And now what I am more excited about, which is why I selected this recipe, is the addition of Daisy brand cottage cheese. So obviously cottage cheese is super trendy right now. Everybody's looking for ways to add it because of that increased protein. So in just 1 serving of cottage cheese, you're getting 13 grams of protein. And obviously you can get like a lower fat cottage cheese or like a full fat, depending on how creamy you want it. But I am going to add this on the next layer here, and it's going to add some nice creaminess. It really replaces like ricotta cheese. And again, you get that boost of protein. I know people are adding it into their scrambled eggs. They're using it as dips for fruit or veggies, pancake batter.
You
All the
featured
good.
cottage cheese a couple of times before in the past, haven't you?
I do. You know, I actually make that healthy, high-protein ice cream with it because
really?
personally I
There
don't
you
love
go.
cottage cheese by itself, but I love all the cool things you can do with it.
Sure.
And so now we're going to put the next layer of tortillas on. And so today, as I was kind of browsing the daisybrand.com website, they have the whole story about cottage cheese on there. And I had to think to myself, am I just liking this because I'm a dietitian, or is this actually really cool? But I will tell you, it's actually it's like an art. making cottage cheese and making it this well, it was interesting just to read how much energy, Daisy Brand puts into it to make sure that they have such a quality product for all these years. So, and there's live active cultures in the cottage cheese. So, yep, you could do the meat next. So all we're doing is just creating the layers with this Mexican lasagna. So Chef Tim is putting the next meat layer on, and then I'm going to go one more with the cottage cheese. And then we are going to add some shredded cheese and some olives. And then we're going to get it in the oven. All right. So spreading the last bit of cottage cheese. It actually looks really fun and festive. And again, this was all made possible with the Taco Bell salsa that is on sale right now. Of course, it's on sale because it's Cinco de Mayo. And Chef Tim, I'll do the cheese because I'm trying to make this semi-healthy, and I know how you love cheese.
Oh, extra. The whole bag, right?
Chef Tim likes to be a little heavy. I'll let you do the olives.
Oh, okay.
So I have some diced olives there just to add some color on
What brand
top.
are these? Oh, the Essentials.
Yep,
That's good.
Essential
What?
Everyday, our private label brand.
Yeah.
So if you want to add some olives on top. And then our Mexican lasagna is all ready to go. We are going to put it in the oven at 375, and it's going to bake for about 30 minutes. But obviously keep an eye on it, and you'll be able to tell when that cheese is melted through. You'll see the tortillas kind of brown up a little bit, and then we look forward to tasting it. And I think we're going to go ahead and get this in the oven, take a break, and we will be back after this break with the next recipe.
The cost of feeding your family can add up quick, but so can your savings when you use Redner's Rewards. Earn deals on groceries, gas, and everyday essentials just for shopping with your Redner's Rewards card. Like 5 cents off per gallon of gas with every $50 spent. Just fill your cart with fresh produce, quality meats, and the brands your family loves, and start earning savings on groceries, fuel, and more right away. Redner's Markets. Family owned, community focused, and helping you save every day.
On May 4th, the Rumble returns to WEEU. It's time for another high-octane season of In the Dirt with Matt Knob, Mondays at 6 p.m. Matt's got the scoop on all things local dirt track racing, in-depth interviews, and more from the dirt tracks of Eastern Pennsylvania.
The new season of In the Dirt starts with another edition of Reading Fairgrounds Stories. Special guests Craig Ray, Albert Gasperi, and John Kozak will join me only on 830 WEEU.
When the plumbing springs a leak, the AC goes out, or the water heater leaves you cold in the shower, you need JSL Mechanical. JSL works with homeowners to solve those plumbing, heating, and cooling problems with expert, reliable service. Don't just live with that leaky pipe, weak AC, or cold water heater. Call JSL Mechanical, serving Berks and Lancaster counties, 717-336-2255, or at jslmechanicalinc.com.
If you need new windows or doors, Deluxe is the place to go. Let the Dennis family's installation experts update your home with beautiful maintenance-free windows and doors. Deluxe is an award-winning generational business with over 75 years of expertise serving all price ranges. Experience their quality in person at their gorgeous showroom at 2101 Penn Avenue in West Lawn, or visit their website, deluxewindowanddoor.com.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's Kettle Chips. Legend has it Mark Diefenbach loved
1 minute
kettle
till
chips
music
so
starts.
much he turned his Berks County kitchen into the ultimate snack factory. Now, over 60 years later, we're still making that delicious PA crafted crunch with the same passion and quality right where it all began. So crunch into some flavorful Diefenbach's Kettle Chips today and snack on a delicious tradition.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit NoTimeToWait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
All right, Matt, count us down. 5,
right, and we are back. We have our first recipe in the oven, and that is the Taco Bell Mexican lasagna. So 2 of our Cinco de Mayo recipes we are using with our Taco Bell items just to cut some corners, make it nice, easy, and convenient for those last-minute weeknight meals. So that was simply just making a meat mixture with ground beef, some onions, some peppers, putting in some Taco Bell salsa, mixing in, we use some cottage cheese then to layer the lasagna, some flour tortillas, a little cheese, and in the oven topped with some olives. So we are moving on to the next comfort meal, and that is the Taco Bell Taco Sloppy Joes. So again, we have our ground beef over here on the stove getting nice and brown. If you'd like to add in your diced onions, you can certainly do that. I'm going to have Chef Tim add in our Taco Bell original taco seasoning. Again, super quick and easy, convenient in one pouch. Nice and cost effective. Actually, I have him chopping. So I'm going to do this. You got it? Look, I'm right here. I got it. That easy. Just dump it right in the skillet. And another add-on that I am going to do a little outside of the recipe is one of my favorite tricks in the kitchen, and that is the trend to blend. And what that does is it takes finely diced mushrooms, so your white button mushrooms that you can grab in the produce department, super cheap. You put them in a food processor, get them diced nice and finely, and then mix it in with your ground beef. What this does is it kind of displaces the amount of meat you use, so you save money, save calories, save fat because you're using mushrooms in place of some of the beef, and you're also adding in a lot of nutrition. So one of those key nutrients is vitamin D. There aren't many naturally occurring food sources of vitamin D, and mushroom tends to be one of them. So that is really great, and of course you get your fiber and all that other good stuff. Another important thing is you get umami. So you may have heard that before, and that's just that nice, intense flavoring. You know, when you think about sauteed mushrooms, chef, you know, sauteed onions, mushrooms, all those great things. So we're adding mushrooms to meat, and the best part is you're not even going to realize that it's there. So I'm going to zip this really quick, just a couple pulses in the food processor. And then, chef, if you would like to add some of that mushroom, I know this is tricky, the mushrooms into the ground beef mixture. I actually taught a cooking class earlier today, and we had some folks who loves burgers and tacos and meatballs and meatloaf, and this was one of my suggestions. So we played around with this in a couple different ways. You know, we added the mushrooms to ground beef. We also added mushrooms to finely chopped walnuts to completely replace ground beef. So there's so many different ways you can do make some adjustments in your kitchen and still enjoy the flavor and some of the meals that you're producing. So Chef Tim now added the diced mushrooms and the taco seasoning to the ground beef. And next he is going to add the Taco Bell thick and chunky mild salsa, which is one of my absolute favorites. I am a complete salsa junkie. I need to have it on almost everything. I love it on my eggs. I love it on my salads for lunch. I love it at dinner, mixed into everything. It's so good. And this is really it. This is the recipe. It only takes a few minutes yet to simmer on the stove. And then all you're going to do is serve it up in some whole wheat buns or some slider buns. Nice. They're controlled serving sizes. They're much smaller than a traditional hamburger bun. It's great for the kids, great for adults who are kind of watching their portions. Right, chef? You're watching your portion. Just a little slider instead of the big hamburger bun. And they're just fun. They're easier to hold. They're a little less messy. So we're going to let that simmer here on the stove, and we're going to move on to our next and our final Cinco de Mayo, or I will say Cinco de Mango.
I like that.
Chef.
Cinco de Mango.
I know your eyes light up whenever we talk about mangoes.
I love mangoes.
And we talk about mangoes a lot.
A lot.
They are so versatile. They're actually the #1 consumed fruit worldwide. They're super popular. There's so many varieties, so there really is a mango out there for everyone. They're not the #1 consumed in the United States, but, there's always chance to change that. And I think what happens is people don't always know. People aren't always fully aware kind of what to do with the mango, how to select a mango. So, when you're looking at your mango, you kind of just want to hold it in your hand carefully. and give it a little squeeze, a gentle squeeze. If it is super firm, it's not quite ripe. If your thumb goes through it, too ripe.
Too ripe.
But you're never looking at the color because the color really isn't a good indicator of ripeness. So you do want to give it that soft touch to see how, if it's ripe or is it not ripe. If it is close to being ripe and you have some time, just leave it at room temperature. If you want to slow the ripeness, like you're not ready to use it right away, toss it in the refrigerator, and that's going to slow the ripeness. If you need to speed it up, toss it in a brown bag for 2 days, and you could speed up that ripeness a little bit there. So the recipe that we're going to do here is Southwest Mango Pizza, and you can find this at the mango.org website. There they have so many recipes. They have recipes that make sense year-round, seasonal, everyday recipes.
Super fun.
Super fun. Drinks, desserts, appetizers, the list goes on and on. We're always doing recipes from this website because they're fun, they're easy. Obviously, mangoes, they're sweet, some are tart. They're, depending on the variety, they have all different flavors. And honestly, even depending on the ripeness, they may taste differently to people. So it just makes for a very fun, versatile fruit.
I have to put a plug in for our upcoming summer. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite salads that we make is a strawberry kiwi mango green salad.
Wow. It doesn't get any better than that. Vitamin C, baby. Your immunity is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Like steel force there.
It's a beautiful salad, beautiful colors, nice, fresh, everything. It's wonderful.
That's very cool. With all the meals that we made today at this cooking class, we had featured 4 different recipes, and it had a variety of fruits and vegetables and nuts and different things. And I stopped everybody and I said, look down at your plate and look at the different colors. It wasn't just brown and white. It was green and red and purple and orange and blue and green, like just every single color of the rainbow. And as cliche as that saying is, it is so true that as we're eating other colors, you're getting the flavors, you're getting the textures, and of course all the vitamins and minerals. So Chef Tim, we're going to get started with our pizza. This is our fresh pizza dough.
Is it really?
This is our fresh pizza dough, which I got started doing a quick little half bake on it. We call that par bake.
Yeah, nice.
So I was very stressed out trying to make sure it was perfect. I'm not sure what happened here, but it's close. It's close to round. I think it looks.
I'm surprised you didn't, just say I own.
I know. I thought about that. But I'm going to be honest here. So
Don't you just love the dough, though?
I do love fresh dough.
It's super. It's great.
It was like, I think it's like $2.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculously cheap. Now, the key is, though, for anybody who has not used this before, make sure you flip it out of the bag. So you have to turn the bag in. Do not put your big old hand in the bag because it's super sticky. The dough is sticky. So you're never going to be able to pull it out of the bag. You have to turn the bag inside out and just let it flop. Make sure you have a floured countertop. Yep. Get your hands floured, flour the dough, and then it's pretty much easy straight from there. I did have to, not today, but years ago, I had to YouTube how to handle fresh pizza dough.
Wow.
Because it takes some work. I mean, there's different methods.
Right. Yeah.
There's the school bus, the steering wheel.
Oh, look at that.
There's the fist kind of going up and down. Yeah. And then I am almost to the point, I don't throw it, but I definitely spin it.
Can you? Good.
Yeah, I could.
Good.
My husband was like, are you trying to work at a pizza shop? And I'm like, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting decent. Don't judge us because
okay.
I was short on time today.
Yeah, don't worry.
I didn't love it too much.
What are we doing here? You want the sauce?
So let's get the sauce on. So Chef Tim already made the chipotle sauce, and the chipotle sauce starts with a chipotle pepper, some roasted red bell pepper strips, which
lasagna is looking good.
That excites me already. So you peeked in on the lasagna. The lasagna is looking good, which is great. Added some olive oil, some adobo sauce, of course our Daisy sour cream, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So that is what made the chipotle sauce. So that is the base of the pizza. And again, that is on a par-baked dough ready to go. So what's great about this is it's not going to take very long once we get it in there. And then we are going to add some diced mangoes, which Chef nicely and perfectly diced up. You know, I always like to give him the cutting and the dicing and the fine-tuned skills here. So the sauce looks great. It smells great. You said it was a little spicy? He said a little, and he does not normally say that, so you could always pull back a little bit on the chipotle pepper and the adobo sauce if you would like to.
I went a little too heavy on that.
You went a little too heavy.
Maybe.
I was wondering why the can was empty, because there typically is a lot of sauce in those cans, and I only use like 1 or 2 tablespoons, but it was pretty empty. So this might be some spicy pizza, but that's okay. It's going to be balanced with the sour cream. So next, Chef, we're going to add the rotisserie chicken. So Redner's rotisserie chicken, I grabbed it yesterday. I took it off the bone. I had to use some for a class earlier today, and of course my kids sat there like little birds with their mouths open, so I like flung it into them. It is amazing how much great protein you can get off a rotisserie chicken for only a couple dollars. So high protein right off that rotisserie chicken. So I chopped that up, and Chef Tim is putting that on the plate right now on the pizza pie. And then we are going to add some beans, some black beans. So I'm just using canned beans, which I rinsed and drained. So of course, for all of you who would be interested in eating beans, it's totally acceptable to get some canned beans and just rinse all that sodium down the drain, give them a good rinse, drain, and then they're ready to go. So black beans. And then a little bit of corn. And you do the same thing with the corn, just rinse and drain. And I think we're going to take a break now, and then as soon as we come back, we'll get caught up here on some of the making the pizza. We'll finish the pizza when we get back and put it in the oven. So we'll be right back after this break.
For over 50 years, Redner's Markets has been committed to delivering quality, freshness, and value to the communities we serve. From farm fresh local produce and quality meats to everyday grocery essentials, Redner's helps families put great meals on the table at prices they can trust. Shop smart, eat well, and save every day with Redner's Markets. Family owned, community focused, and proudly serving our neighbors since 1970.
Dream car or daily driver, McGinty Motor Cars has you covered.
There's just something about the look and sound of a beautifully restored classic car.
At McGinty Motor Cars, we buy, sell, and consign classic and antique vehicles.
We handpick each vehicle in our inventory and restore it with care and price it transparently.
You're going to love the way that we do business at McGinty. We're just below Reading City Park at 1041 Washington Street.
Stop by or visit McGintyMotorcars.com. When you support small business, you support the American dream.
You don't have to go far to find the best hidden gem of Berks County. Step into the world of Mazellum Springs Golf Club, where your tee time is just the beginning of an amazing experience. At Mazellum Springs, you'll spend the day in comfort and style, playing the world-class course, enjoying fine dining, and the company of friends and colleagues in the clubhouse, and taking in the stunning surroundings. Plan your escape to Mazellum Springs Golf Club, proudly locally owned by the Jandal family. MazellumGolf.com.
Are you hosting a prom or graduation party this spring? Don't let your celebration turn tragic by allowing underage youth to drink in your home. Serving alcohol to minors is unhealthy, unsafe, and against the law. Did you know that teens who drink alcohol are more likely to use drugs, make poor decisions, and are at a greater risk for injury and death? Make your parties about friendship, not alcohol. Parents who host lose the most. Learn more at cocaberks.org/parents. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-300.
You're putting gas
gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you
1
buy
minute
gas.
till the music
Promo
band.
code GARAGE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code GARAGE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GARAGE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Retirement comes with new questions. Will my money outlast me? Is my family protected? Is my estate truly in order? At Gerard, a Univest Wealth Division, we offer strategies that give you the peace of mind to actually enjoy what you've earned. You did the hard work. We'll help you move from uncertainty to confidence. Visit meetgerard.com today to speak with an experienced advisor.
Products and services are not FDIC insured, not a deposit level or bank guarantee, not insured by any federal government agency, and are subject to risks, including loss of any principal amount invested.
Back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and we are back. Chef Tim, I feel so sad for you that you don't have a headset and you don't hear the music.
Oh, that's okay.
Because the music is so fun, and you're probably wondering what I'm doing that I like bop around. But the music is really catchy, and you hear nothing.
That's fine. That's better that way.
But like, I don't know, probably like a cat
We don't
meowing.
need two of us bopping around.
That's true. We don't. We don't need you to bop.
No.
No bopping from you.
No.
So we are back with our third Cinco de Mayo recipe, and we're straight in the middle of it. So we're getting ready to pop in the Southwest mango pizza in the oven. So we started with some fresh pizza dough from, of course, Ridner's Markets Prepared Food Case. Awesome. Make sure you have floured hands, floured surface, and it's really fun. There's something cool about working with fresh pizza dough at home. My family loves it. My husband, he's like, this is the best pizza ever. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's great.
I just made one the other day, and he thought it was great. So, I do like to bake it a little bit ahead of time before I put all the toppings on. I don't know if you really have to do that. I like to do it because, I don't know, what do you think? I feel like it sometimes gets a little soggy if you don't.
You can.
I like a nice firm crust.
Sure.
Okay.
You should do that then.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I think I only
Whatever
baked
makes
it
you
for
happy,
I only
that's all
baked it for a couple minutes. Didn't overbake it because I think my last one was a little too crispy. So we had some nice pizza dough here. Chef put on the chipotle sauce. So that was again chipotle pepper, roasted red bell peppers, adobo sauce, daisy sour cream to add some great creaminess to the sauce, and then a little bit of balsamic vinegar. So that made the base sauce of the pizza, and then topped it with some Redner's rotisserie chicken, some black beans, and some corn. Next, we're going to add some sliced zucchini. So chef, if you'd like to add some of the sliced zucchini on there. So we're making quite a nice veggie-filled, high-protein pizza. We have that Redner's rotisserie chicken on there. So we have our zucchini added next, and then you could top with your favorite cheese. So I have a mixture of Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. This is the same cheese that we used on the Mexican lasagna. I feel like kind of lends itself to the theme. So as soon as we get the zucchini on here, chef is going to layer it with some of the cheese, and then we're going to pop that into the oven. It will go in there for probably about like 10 or 15 minutes. When we take it out, we're going to put on some nice, refreshing, cold diced mango, some red onion, and some cilantro with a little squeeze of lemon juice. So all these wonderful flavors are all going to merge together to create that Southwest profile. Again, ton of veggies. We have lots of texture, lots of color, so it should be a really fun. We're going to do it after, so it's going to be that nice, cold, raw bite of onion, which I'm totally cool with. And speaking of onions, we're going to be talking onions. Are you excited?
I am.
So I called Chef this.
Say I am, yes.
Yes, you are. You are. If you want to throw the pizza in the oven. So the pizza is going to go in at 420 degrees. How's the Mexican lasagna looking? Okay, so right now in the oven we have the Mexican lasagna, which goes in for about 30 minutes. And then we, of course, have this Southwest mango pizza. Anyway, so this time of year, in addition to Cinco de Mayo, also brings a delicacy, and that is the Vidalia onion. So it's a very seasonal vegetable, and it's people look for it. It's sought after because it's like it creates this FOMO. Once it's gone, it is gone. It's a short season, and it's exclusive to Georgia, so that's exactly where we're getting the product from. And they have some specifications when it comes to the soil, when it comes to the climate, and their farming practices. So only Vidalia onions, they could only come from Georgia. So we get these Vidalia onions from our friends at Bland Farms, and we're very lucky to have these onions. So they come loose, they come in bags. They also have a lot of supportive products that can help you if you wanted to do the fried onion petals, or if you want to have like the Bloom dipping sauce. So all these really fun products along with it. And Chef, I asked you to create some of your very own creations because I know you love Vidalia onions.
No, I do, and I think that Vidalia onion makes the best French onion soup because it caramelizes really nice. It's got that sweet, succulent taste. So it's just delicious. I love it.
So they say you can eat a Vidalia onion raw and like still be happy. I personally have never done. I do love onions. I love onions. I eat onions every single day of my life. I love Vidalia onions, but I can't say that I've really bit into a big Vidalia onion.
I think there's too many great things to do with the onion rather than just eat it raw.
Take a big chunk out of it.
I mean,
take a big chunk out of it. Maybe we should try it. Okay, so what do you got
so
for
you
us?
ready for a couple of these items?
Yes.
So each one is unique in itself. So the first one, I have a Vidalia onion, bacon, and beer dip.
Can't go wrong there.
You can't go wrong with onion, bacon, and beer, right?
Okay. So is this like a crock pot recipe, or or just stovetop?
You know what? You can do it both ways. Both ways. Basically, you know the cheese sauce that you make?
Yeah.
That cheese sauce with bacon.
Yeah, so our beer cheese sauce.
Your beer cheese sauce with the Vidalia onions.
Wow.
The bacon. Some fresh herbs in there.
And so, I mean, this smells absolutely delicious. So obviously it's recommended to be heated. Probably best served with, oh man, could you imagine dipping a pretzel into this?
I'm just saying the same thing.
Oh, dipping a great pretzel in here, or even like some ciabatta bread or anything.
You did this.
Would be awesome.
You did this bowl, a bread bowl. That we put the beer cheese in.
Yeah.
Perfect for that. Perfect.
Does it matter what beer you use?
I don't think so.
You just use like a light beer.
I mean, I think you got not like an IPA,
right?
Those different ones, but I just think like a Great Miller, a Busch Light. No, I'm okay with that. But so
very cool. Okay, so the Vidalia onion, bacon, and beer dip.
Now this one here, I get this from our friends at Giorgio. And they have the best wild mushrooms.
Yes.
I love them. So I did a roasted Vidalia onion with a symphony of wild mushrooms. And here, just in a pan on the stove, olive oil, seasonings. I hit it with balsamic vinegar, a little bit of sherry wine, olive oil, and then salt and pepper, little seasonings. It's absolutely delicious. It'll go great with a T-bone steak.
Oh. So this lends itself to what we were just talking about, and all that umami that comes out of, mushrooms and obviously like sauteed mushrooms, onions together, and that paired with a great grilled steak coming up.
Yep.
Just awesome. So the Vidalia onion season is technically April through September. So it's a relatively small window, but it still is while supplies last. So don't hold on to the fact that you think, okay, for my Labor Day picnic, I'm going to be able to do this, because it may or may not happen. So squeeze all your Vidalia onion love in ASAP. You do want to make sure you enjoy it and try some of these really cool recipes.
You will not go wrong with that topping your steak.
And Dave Santucci and his mushrooms from Giorgio. I love the fact that they're local. I love the fact that they keep, innovating and bringing new retail products into our space, because there's just so much you could do with mushrooms as well.
And then the next one, I just make something that was
nice.
I
was excited about.
Nice, cold, on the table.
Yep.
Centerpiece, cream cheese, Vidalia onion, cucumber spread, seasoning, dill, fresh flat parsley in there. Absolutely delicious.
So, again, this is nice and sweet because of the Vidalia onion.
Yep.
Obviously, you're putting the cream cheese in there, like another sweet. So it's a great way to cut in with those fresh veggies, some crackers, all that good stuff. And this makes for a nice, refreshing spring brunch dip.
100%.
This is really...
And those cucumbers get that nice, crisp,
I could
crunch of them.
smell the cucumbers.
Yeah.
Again, looks beautiful.
And the onion
smells great.
It's got but the onions are so good, so you can't be afraid of them. And then this I just switched up. Normally I make a red onion marmalade, but I did a Vidalia onion marmalade, and they're just so delicious. And it goes great with accompaniment of chicken, seafood, even into your vegetables and stuff.
Now,
I mean,
how do
it's
we
really
get
delicious.
this to a marmalade?
So I really just the cooking process is not that long, but it sounds long. But you just let them simmer, sweat down on the back of the stove, low heat, no color, no nothing, and just let it go.
And you're not using olive oil, or you are using olive oil
Butter.
at this point? But
her favorite.
That's okay. That's okay. We like butter, Chef.
Butter, yep. And then I did hit it with a little bit of balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Sherry wine again. I just let it cook down, and then I put it in a RoboCoupe and just blend it lightly, just to break it up a little bit. Yeah, that
definitely.
is absolutely delicious with a chicken.
Like a
It
roasted
really is.
chicken. Oh, goodness, what was I going to say? Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. I don't cook with wine a lot.
Okay.
So when you've now mentioned twice, like sherry wine, does it have to be good? Like, how do I get sherry wine?
And at Redner's in the
just regularly off the shelf. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah,
but it shouldn't
absolutely.
be any more fancy than that.
I don't think so. I think,
Oh, man.
to be honest with you, for the last, I don't know how many years, in the Redner's section where the vinegars and all that, the
That's why I get it
cooking,
too.
the burgundy wine, the white wine, they're fine. They're great.
I just wanted to make sure you're not pulling out any tricks that I don't know about.
No.
With that, we're going to take our last and final break, and so we'll be right back and wrap up all these recipes and get tasting them and see what Sean thinks now that we finish these all up.
Hot, crispy, and fresh. When the craving for Redner's delicious fried chicken hits, you have to answer it. Made with the same classic recipe since the beginning, every piece is perfectly seasoned, golden brown, and cooked fresh daily. Order an 8-piece combo, a catering tray, or just a piece. It's a family favorite for lunch, dinner, or any gathering. Grab an easy meal solution that's big on flavor and value. Savory fried chicken from Redner's Markets. Fresh, convenient, and always satisfying.
If you need new windows or doors, Deluxe is the place to go. Let the Dennis family's installation experts update your home with beautiful maintenance-free windows and doors. Deluxe is an award-winning generational business with over 75 years of expertise serving all price ranges. Experience their quality in person at their gorgeous showroom at 2101 Penn Avenue in West Lawn, or visit their website, deluxewindowanddoor.com.
I'm Noreen Krimsky from Columbia Cottage Wyomissing, the only licensed assisted living facility in Berks County. We offer personalized, compassion-centered care for you or your aging loved one. We currently have 5 locations throughout Pennsylvania. To set up a tour, please call 610-927-0310 for Wyomissing and 610-409-8910 for Collegeville. To learn more, visit columbiacottage.com.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, and
1
Edgar
minute
Allan
till
Poe,
music bed.
all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet. So make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
No time to shop? No problem. Life can move pretty fast, but grocery shopping doesn't have to slow you down. Redner's Ready saves you time. Just visit RednersMarkets.com and use Redner's Ready to order your groceries online, and they'll bring them straight to your car. It's fast, easy, and contactless. Get your shopping done the smart way with Redner's Ready. Fresh, convenient, and friendly, and contactless convenience every time. Visit RednersMarket.com and start your order today.
All right, and we are back in our final 10 minutes, and I think we almost have everything out. The pizza is finishing up. Chef Tim is going to give one last peek in. Looks like the cheese is melted and everything is looking good so far in there. Of course, don't forget our Thursday ad breaks tomorrow. So check that out for some really great deals. We have a top sirloin steak on the front page. Of course, buy two, get one free. Strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, always one of my favorites because the kids love that. I'm a huge fan of the English muffin. You see them right there? I love the 100-calorie light. This is my big plug.
Look at that.
Because I love to make egg sandwiches in the morning, and it's so quick and easy. It takes me like 2 minutes, and I have this great egg sandwich. And these also they have 8 grams fiber, which is really fun. So I always grab the deal.
Also, one quick thing.
Go ahead.
We do have fresh Florida corn in all stores right now.
Oh, it is right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that it was.
Sent us a note.
Oh, did you just get it?
Yes.
Oh, man. Okay,
Yep.
So Mark, thanks for fact-checking us while we are live on air. I wasn't sure if we had that fresh from Florida corn, but we were just fact-checked that, yes, we have that fresh from Florida corn right now in all of our stores. So you don't have to use the canned stuff, and you can get some nice, fresh Florida corn right now. Don't forget. Yeah, thank you. You're always welcome to call in and come and stand right next to us. We'll get you a microphone. I know he wants to. Don't forget to download the new Redner's mobile app if you have not done so. If you haven't done so, you've just missed 6 weeks of freebies, anywhere from free cases of water to 99-cent bacon. This week we have our 99-cent 5-pound bag of russet potatoes. So the sooner you download the app and get all signed up, the sooner you can get some of these hot deals. So please make sure that you do that. All right, we are just days away from...
Sorry about
that. That was not a soft landing.
No, it wasn't.
It's not a soft landing at all. He just slammed down the pizza. It's heavy, though, isn't it?
It is.
I love my pizza steel.
I love this.
But it's really heavy. I have to, two-hand it.
Did you just get this?
I hide it. Because I don't want anyone slamming it on my countertops. Actually, the truth is I don't want my husband using it because I'm always scared that he's going to ruin it.
I love that.
No pressure. This is okay to use on it, by the way. So we have 3 Cinco de Mayo recipes that we have out. And the very first one is our Mexican lasagna. And this is from our friends at Kraft Heinz with their Taco Bell line. I love having this stuff on hand because, again, those quick weeknight meals where the kids are screaming that they want to go out to eat and they want to go get some fast food. I'm like, no, we could do it in-house. I could add in some additional veggies, make it a little bit healthier, and all is good with the world. So this recipe is the Mexican lasagna, where we add in some great low-carb, high-fiber flour tortillas. Added in some high-protein cottage cheese from our friends at Daisy Brand. We have our ground beef, some Taco Bell thick and chunky salsa. What else do we have in there? Some black olives. And that's it, right? I mean, it was pretty easy. So it did bake in the oven for 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead. Sean, we want to hear from you. We want to see what you think. Honestly, I've never had Mexican lasagna. So here we go.
Pressure's on, Sean.
It's very hot. You can't say it's bad. Oh, you could. We want you to be honest. I like that. I like that, right?
That's very good. I'm just like your kids. I love Taco Bell, so this is right up my alley. This is very, very
It's a
good.
real nice comfort food, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It's
okay.
yeah.
So what do you think about cottage cheese? Are you a cottage cheese fan?
Not the biggest cottage cheese fan, but it works well in it. Just like I'm not the biggest ricotta cheese fan, but guess when I like it the most? In
lasagna.
That's when I'm going to like cottage cheese the most.
In a lasagna.
There you go. So this is perfect for me. I love that.
So I love how you get this high protein, and it honestly just tastes like a creamy cheese. So it is really good. I give it a huge thumbs up, and I actually think my kids would really love this as well. And that was a quick, easy one-dish meal. All right, moving on to the next comfort food, we have the Taco Sloppy Joes. You can't get any easier than this. I did take one extra step to make sure we added in some nutritious, vitamin D mushrooms. I just got like an eye roll from Chef Tim. Listen, it's all about
good eye roll. I love
it's all about making these little tweaks to take the foods that your families love, your kids love, that are quick, easy, and convenient, and still adding in that pop of nutrition. So it took 2 seconds to grab some, a handful of mushrooms, put them in the food processor, get them in there with the ground beef. We added in the Taco Bell taco seasoning, again, that thick and chunky mild salsa, which I love so much. You add that on your eggs in the morning. Use it in place of a salad dressing, and it's a great way to add those added vegetables, and alleviate some of the other things that you might be adding to these other foods. And then all we did was pop it on a slider bun. So it's a nice and easy taco sloppy Joe in probably only 10 minutes. Sean is getting used to having to talk with a mouthful of food.
Yeah, again, love Sloppy Joes, and this is another one. This is one I would like to make. This one is really, really good. Sloppy Joes are a great comfort food. I think they're all the times I've had a Sloppy Joe, never had a bad one. This is up there.
This is a good Sloppy Joe. Chef Tim, did you try the Sloppy Joes yet? Okay, well, we'll make sure that you try it, but we promise you it is a good one. We are going to slide into our next recipe, which is our Cinco de Mango, Southwest Mango Pizza. And this recipe can be found at mango.org from all of our friends at the Mango Board. Obviously, it's a great time. Well, it's always a great time to eat mangoes, right? All year round, super versatile, great flavor. Make sure you're taking your time in selecting a good one, handling it properly. Great way to get your vitamin C, some great vibrant flavor, 20 vitamins, minerals, antioxidants. You can't lose when it comes to mangoes. So Chef Tim just took the mango pizza out of the oven. It is piping hot. It just has the nice chipotle sauce on it, some Redner's rotisserie chicken, some black beans, some corn, slices of zucchini. And now he added some diced, fresh, refreshing mango and some red onion with a pinch of cilantro. So this is a great Southwest pizza. It looks hot, but I am going to give it a try. You want to you want to lift her? Or is my pizza crust crispy enough that you don't need it? It looks pretty crispy.
It is.
I mean, this is good pizza crust. This is this is a nice, hearty pizza. I even picture this being fun in making like little mini pizzas. So you could even use these flour tortillas that we used and maybe lighten up, with how much stuff you put on it, but have the kids make it. Because I could picture my kids loving to put some of these colorful vegetables on. What do you think? Did you get it to your mouth, or is it too hot?
I got some of the toppings that fell off. It was very good. I can't wait.
Sean,
I don't want
you to burn your mouth on this.
And from what fell off of the toppings, I wasn't sure how you could beat a Sloppy Joe. I think this pizza beat it.
You like the
pizza? It was
pizza?
really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm not ready to go in for the pizza yet because it looks too hot. Yeah? Yep, I just got the wave off that it was too hot. So all of these recipes, the 2 Taco Bell recipes, can be found at craftheinz.com. They have some great branded recipes there that you can find quick and easy. You put the filter in, find out what works best for you. I always try to do the 30-minute or less because that's what we can handle.
There you go.
Right? And then, of course, mango.org. Chef Tim brought some great Vidalia onion recipes with him today. So make sure you go out and grab that Vidalia onion and all the goodness around it. What else?
Well, I think you covered it all. Good job.
Hey, thanks. And now we just get to sit back and eat. Don't forget to grab the Redner's Health Sense magazine. You can find that at our website at rednersmarkets.com and also in our stores for free. We have a new one coming out next week, which is going to cover May, June, July. Of course, Chef Tim and I will be out on the patio very soon for grilling season.
Yep.
So that is going to cover our,
excellent,
Memorial Day, our America 250, Father's Day, all this good stuff. But cannot wait to get out on the grill.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next month. And don't forget to download the Redner's new mobile app.
Thanks, Matt.
All clear, guys. Great job.
Have a good one, Matt. I'll probably stop by the station and drop everything off. Bye. See you.